Hey guys, what's going on? It has absolutely been a minute. We're here back with the 6th round MMA show with Andrew and myself. Andrew, what's going on? Nice to have you back. Nice to be back myself, actually.
Yeah, nice to be back. It's been a few weeks, but good to talk about some fights, and we got some big ones coming up, but some ones that we did miss a few weeks back. So a little bit of a recap, but I mean, we're just going to go off the cuff here.
Shit happens. Sometimes we have life and other responsibilities we have to get to, but mark my words, fans at home, we saw the fights.
Bang, coming for the top, got the game in the lock. Every time that I drop, know I gotta go bang. I'ma keep it hot, know that I can never stop. Keeping everything I got, I'ma make it go bang.
And we got shit to say, especially about one individual.
Mr. Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
We got to talk about him.
I'm pretty bummed out. I really thought, I think a lot of questions were answered in these last two fights against Derek Brunson and Marvin Vettori. And the Marvin Vettori fight definitely kind of capitalized my initial fear.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek Brunson kind of laid out the game plan a little bit.
Yep.
Kevin Holland's first fight of the year back, 2021. 5 up, 5 down in 2020. But first two fights of the year, and we're looking like there may need to be a better game plan coming into his next fights.
Yep.
Had some trouble with the wrestling, had some trouble with the takedown defense, just all around. Exactly what we saw in the Derek Brunson fight is the same issue we saw in the Marvin Vettori fight as well.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is that makes me really nervous is you have this amazing striker who's going against a lot of no-name guys, except for the Joaquin Buckley fight, who was actually at the time, no, I still stand by that. Joaquin Buckley at that time was still a no-name guy. And to be honest, people don't really know him except for that one crazy spin kick knockout that he did.
Yep.
And of course, the most notable name, Jacare Souza. But everybody thought, including myself, that he was like, whoa, you could be like the next big thing for the UFC. And while I don't think that's necessarily not true, I think he was definitely exposed, and not just in a small way, but in a huge way that for me changes the future path I see this guy going in the UFC.
Big time.
And for me, I'll be honest, I don't even think he will ever be a top contender in the division.
It's kind of tough to say, right? Because when you're not a well-rounded fighter in this organization, in any organization, MMA-wise, how do you get to the top? You need to be well-rounded. You need to have some good wrestling. And we were kind of mystified there with the Jacare Souza fight because went to the ground with a high-level guy and he came out on top. But I guess when it comes to true wrestling, we kind of saw what Kevin had to offer us here. So,
which was absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it was tough. This one was tough, and he had a different demeanor this time too. He was professional. He was angry. It looked like he actually wanted to take Marvin's head off, but Vettori, he just came in with a better game plan on this one.
And maybe, the Derek Brunson fight, first of all, we'll talk about that one, was quite embarrassing. Like, not only were you losing the fight, a couple things, him and his corner, who should be really ashamed of themselves, not only was he losing the fight, he kept joking the whole time. The more you talk, the more energy you're exerting, the more you're depleting your cardio, which is just, for me, it's just simple science. Then, in your breaks, you were standing up, talking still, making jokes, yelling at Khabib, like that was sitting, 30 feet away. That's going to exert you as well. You should be relaxing and listening to your coach. A complete lack of respect, not listening to your coach, but also a complete lack of discipline and a complete lack of leadership from the coach, not saying, yo, look at me. You are doing terrible right now. If you want to win this fight, this is where you just have to shut up and listen to what we have to say. And he didn't do that. And then after the fight, he lost, and it was dominating and quite embarrassing. He went into the Marvin Vettori fight wicked. He stepped up again. He's still fresh, still always in great shape.
And kudos to him. Stepped up when nobody else probably would in that short time frame.
No, for sure, kudos, for sure. And he was definitely in shape for this. And and this was like total 180, but I don't think 180 is necessarily where he should go. One was one too much on the other side, and the other one, he was so angry that it looked like he didn't even want to have any fun doing it, which is the whole reason why he signed up to the sport in the first place, is because he loved it. He loved having fun. And then all of a sudden, he changed his demeanor, and I don't think he changed his demeanor to be a tough guy. I think he changed his demeanor because he was scared shitless, He had anxiety, which is fine. I'm sure it's normal. First loss out of the big lights. There's so many things going through his head, but yeah, his wrestling sucks.
You know, it's tough to see. I think a Holland where he comes in and he's kind of in the middle of what we've seen between Brunson and Vettori. That's where his headspace should be. Yeah, definitely disrespectful to his coaches. Definitely disrespectful to his opponent to be just chattering the whole time.
But his coach fucking sucks too, because I'm sorry, you get any other coach. Let's picture Greg Jackson. His fighter is fucking around yelling. Greg Jackson would be like, guy, what the fuck are you doing? Pay attention right now. Do you want to win this? Because guess what? You're not winning.
Yeah.
Focus. That's what you need.
It's the coach's job to reel them back in.
Yeah.
Reel your fighter back in and prepare him for the next round, which I don't think was happening in between corners. And you know, not once did I hear during the Brunson fight and the Vettori fight any technical words of advice from the corner on how to get back up. All we heard was, get back up, Kevin,
Yep.
get back up, get to your feet. But we're not hearing how, dig an underhook, get back up on, post on one hand. We're not hearing any of those things. So maybe just a little bit of lack of coaching.
Yeah, well, Khabib was actually given the most coaching.
And he was illegal streaming the
I know.
too.
Thanks for the stream, Khabib. Just kidding. No, yeah, so, and for me, I know, like, I have one friend, and specifically we talk about this, and he gets mad, like, oh, you shouldn't say that, he will never be a contender, but I stand by that. I like Kevin Holland. I'm always going to be excited to watch him fight, and I think he has plenty more highlights to come, but to be a top-tiered mixed martial artist, you need to have some kind of wrestling IQ. Even if it's just wrestling takedown defense, okay? And his defense was, oh, but Stylebender has, won the belt and he has no wrestling, but he has amazing takedown defense and nobody can get close to him. So that's the difference. Yeah. Kevin Holland lacks so much in this, and that's why I don't have faith. Even if he changes training camps, maybe he can be a bridesmaid, but I don't think we're ever going to see him being a bride. I just think he's so far back in that skill set that it is a big problem. In MMA, in my opinion, if you don't have any wrestling, which he does not, you're in a lot of trouble.
Big time. I kind of made the comparison last year when he was on this big five fight win streak that he looks a little bit like he could maintain 5 rounds with Stylebender. And, that's probably true, but
I think it is.
How are you going to get through the rest of the division once you get to the top? Even if you beat Izzy, how are you going to maintain that? And I think from a champion standpoint, he's not going to be around very long if he doesn't want to get better at those assets, at those points in his game that he needs to get better at.
Yeah.
So it's tough to say, but and kind of speaking to his mentality, he said after the fight, Brunson's fight, he said, I'm not here to chase the championship or the belt. He said, I'm just here to have a good time.
And that's usually what people say when they realize they're not ready.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis did the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? And now he's talking about fighting for the belt. Before, when he was nowhere even near and he was having an embarrassing performance, he's like, oh, I'm not getting no belt. Like, I don't want no damn belt. I want to eat whatever. You know what I mean? And
well, what are you here for? You have to ask yourself as a fighter, what are you there for if you don't want the ultimate respect, glory, and that's the championship belt in the division. And that's beating up every other fighter in the division that's being the champion. Maybe not true these days anymore.
Yeah, but some people are just there to fight.
True.
Some people actually don't care about the belt. But to go out of your way and say you don't care about the belt tells me you care about the belt, you just can't get it.
Yeah.
Because there was guys like Vanderlei Silva, when he came over, people asked him about the championship. He's like, I just want to give a good performance for the fans. I just want to fucking scrap.
Yeah. And
guys like Chris Lieben, like those old schoolers, of course. But even some of the guys now, like Jeremy Stevens, doesn't really care too much about the belt. He just wants to scrap. Jim Miller, same thing. They've made it noted too. Donald Cerrone knows he's not getting a title fight, but guess what? Yeah. He just wants to fight because he loves it.
Yeah. But look at these guys, Jesse. They got 15 to 20 losses on their record. When you have that mentality coming into it, what kind of career are you setting yourself up for?
That's why I think he just realizes that he's lacking.
I mean, look at the career BJ Penn has had or is having if he's still an active fighter. He's 15-15. I don't even know what his record is, but he's lost his
Like
last
7 or something like that in a
how
row.
many fights. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's check this out.
It's bad.
I want to check that out though. This isn't one about PJ Penn.
PJ Penn. Yeah.
But I definitely that's very, very, yeah, it's pretty
I
sad.
believe in his last fight it was against Ryan Hall.
Yeah, with
He
that
got
crazy.
stuck in a heel hook, spun the wrong way on the heel hook, and you kind of question what's going on with him mentally. Obviously, we don't want to get too off track, but
he's lost 7 in a row, and he's not won 8 in a row because the first one right before 7-fight loss streak was a draw against John Fitch.
right.
Yeah. Anyways,
Right. So Holland could definitely follow that path if he wants to be complacent within the division and within the promotion to begin with. So
what's next for him?
I definitely think he has to get back in there, figure out, maybe take some time off, because definitely, 7 fights within a year and a few months, year and 3 months is a lot of fights, but take some time off, work on your wrestling and come back. I don't know who he faces though. Who else is in the division that he could face?
Well, this is the problem. I think this puts the UFC and Dana White in a real big predicament because I think you purposely, to keep this guy relevant because he is exciting, I think you have to purposely you have to perfectly match him up.
His skills.
Yeah, with someone that actually has no ground game. Which is actually sad to say, but that guy could headline fight nights, right? Because of his style ability and his showmanship too. But to go against a wrestler, it's just going to be a boring one-sided fight like it's been the last 8 rounds of his career. Was Derek Brunson a 5-round fight?
It was.
So 10 rounds.
10
rounds of his career.
And he's lost 10 rounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I really don't even know who he fights. I think.
Well, he's ranked number 10 right now. He's right on the cusp of being number 10.
Yep.
It'd be interesting to see who's at number 9. Number 9 is Kelvin, who's fighting this weekend.
You see, and that would be so bad. Kelvin would absolutely fucking crush Kevin Holland.
Yeah, and he's just smart.
Like Kelvin Gastelum was inches away from being the 185 champion and beating Israel Adesanya.
Yep.
He can take a beating, and his wrestling is it's stupid. He's relentless.
And his last fight was amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's great to see him back.
You know what would be a fun fight is Jared Cannonier. Could be a pretty
And Kevin
fun,
Holland?
And Kevin Holland.
I don't think so.
Could be a fun fight.
Jared's. See, for me, but Jared's at a point in time where he's not far away from being a top contender either, and he's an amazing wrestler. Good luck to Kevin Holland. For me, this is the problem.
So do you think Kevin Holland gets a fight inside of the top 10 or outside? Because if we're looking at outside, we've got Chris Weidman at 12, Uriah Hall at 13.
Chris Hyde. Okay, so there's Uriah Hall.
Uriah Hall would be a good
Yeah,
matchup.
not Chris Weidman, no good. Omari Akhmedov, no good.
Shabazian
Brad
just lost
Tavares.
against Derek Brunson as well, but I know he's scheduled to fight.
Actually, this would make sense. Ian Heinick, the guy that just lost to Kelvin Gastelum.
Yeah. Yep.
That would make sense.
But I mean, Ian Heinisch, another great wrestler as well.
Yeah, but he got dominated so bad. We'll see how his energy level is, because usually sometimes when you get bad like that, you're a little timid on pulling the trigger, right? So we'll see. But that's why I see this discussion. Yeah, even Ian as well, really good at ground game. It's so hard to say in this division, because a good 90% of the 185 top tier guys are wrestlers.
Yeah. And I don't think if you're Dana White, you should be protecting Holland right now. I think after the Brunson fight, he was pissed. He was absolutely pissed at the way Holland was in the cage talking too much, and I don't think he's going to be there protecting him anymore.
Yeah, because he was talking and not walking.
Yeah. So I would like a fight with Uriah Hall next.
I think Uriah Hall would be fun.
That'd be a great
because
matchup.
Uriah Hall has no ground game either. They would just stand up and showcase their skills.
Yep.
And that's a fight I think Kevin Holland would win.
Exactly.
Just because he's tough, and Uriah Hall, while he's tough, he's very emotionally weak.
Well, he had a fight scheduled as well.
Well, Uriah Hall fought Anderson, and then who is he going to fight next?
He's scheduled to fight Chris Weidman.
Yeah, that's no good for Uriah Hall. No good unless he can land a really, really good knockout on that way in for Chris Weidman's takedown.
Yep.
But yeah, Uriah Hall, that's not good for Uriah, I don't think.
That's next weekend.
Yeah, that's not good.
So, yeah,
Okay.
it'll be fun to see what happens from here.
Yep.
But Holland, we like you, man. We just need you to get a little bit better on the ground.
I don't like you that much anymore.
No?
No, I do. I'm honestly, I'm a huge fan. I was just so disappointed to see that lack of game missing, considering he is a BJJ black belt.
Yeah.
And you're not even like using your BJJ for attacking. You're not even trying to attack or threaten any submissions. Yeah. You're just using it to kind of stay safe in the half guard or the full guard. Like, I need to see something more from you. Maybe some stronger hips. You need some stronger legs. You need more power off of your back. You need to get the fuck up. You need to defend those takedowns. So I didn't think before there was a long road ahead, but now it's pretty evident there is a very, very, very long road ahead. Not as long if you have the courage to switch camps.
Yeah, but the way the UFC works, if he comes back and he has a great performance, knocks someone out, he's back in the conversation.
Yeah, but then that's not good either, because then you have to go up against a wrestler and then you're just going to get fucking lose again. That's not going to help. Yep. You really need to take time, like you said, and I honestly think you need to change camps, and I hope you do. Is that it for this one?
I think so.
Holland. Yeah, I like you, bro. It's all good. But I hope you get back on your feet. I really, really hope you change training camps, get that wrestling done, because your striking is impeccable. You landed some serious shots against Marvin Vettori. It didn't phase him much, but obviously I think that was because you're gassed out too, because I saw that really happening like later third, early fourth round.
I think he texted Khabib after and he said send location.
Yeah,
because I think he's going to Dagestan next.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen.
I hope so. You know what? If he does that, he will be one of the most elite strikers. Holendikov.
I would love to see that.
Kevin Holendikov, I'm down.
Yep.
Change his name and shit, that'd be sick.
Grows a beard, shaves the mustache.
Yeah, he just has accent. He comes into the big yellow afro.
Yeah.
Oh, love him. All right, man, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry we weren't here. He said a couple weeks. He's over-exaggerating. It's been like a week and a half. But such is life. But we're here. We're always here making content for you guys. And we can't wait to see you guys in the next one. But cheers, and thank you guys for tuning in and watching.
See you guys.
Peace.
Bang, coming for the top, got the game in a lock. Every time that I drop, know I gotta go bang. I'ma keep it hot, know that I can never stop. Keeping everything I got, I'ma make it go bang. Better than the best, I'ma tell it with my chest. I don't got no time to rest, now they know what I'm saying. Everybody know I'm coming next, I'ma leave it in a mess. If they wanna test, I'ma make it bang. Step into the mind of a young man with the plan.